Hello everyone, welcome to Mechtip channel. Nanu Nimma Sagar. So today we discuss about one of the subject computer science in second PUC. In that one of the chapter named as structured query language. Okay, today we discuss about the structured query language, what it includes, what is the meaning of structured query language and where we used these kinds of languages. Okay, let us discuss first what is the meaning of this structured query language. Structured query language is nothing but a simple language. It is a simple query language used to create and manage data in rational database. Understood? So creating and managing of data which are in rational database. Rational is nothing but the data which is in the form of table. So data in the form of table or in a table format. So those kind of data are created using this structured query language, and also those kind of data are managed. Managed is nothing but filling of data in tables. So for example, here I have having rows with respect to columns. So creating of these kinds of tables is done by this simple query language called structured query language, and the filling of that data in this table so is called managing of database in rational format. So rational is nothing but the multiple relation between rows and columns. Okay, this is about the definition about structured query language. Let us come to advantages of this structured query language. What are the advantages? So advantages of structured query language is nothing but first one is portable. Portable means it is a platform independent, or it is also called machine independent. Machine independent. So here this type of structured query language softwares can be used in mobiles also, and also laptops, desktops and online through we can use easily. Okay, so then it is a portable software. Next come to it has very high speed during filling of data or retrieving of data. Retrieving is nothing but removing data from the tables. So then that kind of action or activities is called retrieve of the data. So those kinds of operations, filling of data and retrieving of data from tables, is very high in speed. So in this language we can make speeder insertion of data and speeder deletion of or retrieving of data. Okay, so hence it has very high in speed. And also large volume database can be handled quite easily as compared to C++. So in that we can maintain all the data very easily in the bulk volume. Here also we maintain the large or bulk database can be handled quite easily. And the last one, SQL, it means structured query language, can be linked most of the high level languages for back-end operations. So this language is also linked to the high level languages for the performance of back-end operations. What it means back-end and front-end? Of course, front-end is nothing but, for example, take an app of WhatsApp. So in that we can see everything, images and pictures and text, everything we can see. So those are all maintained by front-end operations. So in that back-end operations which is run by, the software is run by the back-end operations or back-end languages. So those kind of activities or those kind of operations are controlled by SQL. So during the any kind of applications we can open it and close it, everything we can do in that. So those actions are controlled by the back-end operations. So here SQL used in back-end operations. So back-end developers also these kind of structural query languages are going to be used. for the purpose of developing applications, for the purpose of running applications. Okay, so this is about the advantages of structured query language. Let us discuss what is the statement of structured query language, what it includes. So here we discuss about SQL command or statement. Command and statement are both are same. So SQL statement is nothing but the statement. It includes the several types or different types of sentences or special type of sentences. So those sentences are contains some instructions. For example, retrieving of data, creating of data, managing of data. So these kinds of instructions are comes in statement of SQL. Okay, SQL statement is nothing but the special type of sentences that includes the instructions to create some programs. So in that, the SQL statement is mainly divided into 4 types. In that one, the first one is data definition language. It is called as DDL. So data definition language. And the second one, data manipulation language. And come to third, data central language, DCL. And the last one, transaction control language. So these 4 are the statements of SQL languages. These are the most important topics in this unit. So SQL statement is categorized in 4 types, in that DDL, DML, DCL and TCL. So these 4 statements includes their own functions. Okay, here we discuss one by one. DDL is nothing but this statement is basically used to create and alter and rename and drop. For example, creating table. Here I am going to create one table. So this statement DDL, it means data definition language, includes the statement of creating this table. Okay, and also in case if you want to alter this table, you have to write that statement in DDL only. So alter and rename. If you want to rename that table, so here we can use the statement in DDL format. And also drop. Drop is nothing but in order to delete or remove or retrieve the tables. So these kinds of commands are comes in DDL. These are the commands: create, alter and rename and drop, which are comes in DDL statements. Okay, next to DML language. It means data manipulation language. Data manipulation language, in this statement, so these are used to manipulate the data. For example, retrieving of data and renaming of data and deleting of data, inserting of data. So these activities are comes in this statements. Okay, the commands which are mainly used in these statements are select. Select means selecting the data. Insert, if you want to insert new one, you can insert here. And delete, if you want to delete some data from the rational database, you can delete using the DML statements. And also update. If you want to change, if you are going to any changes in this, you can update in the statement of DML. Next come to DCL. In this statement, so we can use assigning the security levels. During the multiple users, the data can be transferred to the both multiple users, right? So in that case, what kind of data is transferred to the one users and another users? So those controls or security controls are controlled by DCL. So here DCL controls all the multiple user setups. Okay, so in this DCL, the main commands are grant and revoke. Grant is nothing but permit the data to access, and revoke is nothing but it is not able to permit. It is nothing but it is the meaning of not going to be permit to assign the data. So these 2 commands are used in DCL. Next come to transaction control language. Transaction control language, which controls all the transactions during the programming. So in this case, the transaction control language, here we have to save something. We need to save something, then we go for commit command. So if you want to change anything or if you go back to the earlier point, then we use rollback command. So if you want to save that point, if you want to save where you are in the program, so then that kind of commands or then that kind of statements are used as save point. So these types of commands are included in the TCL statements. Okay, let's discuss about rules in statements. Okay, some rules are included in the statements. So those rules are in first one, the statements are typed using both upper and lower cases. So during the typing of any statements in a structured query language, you use both upper and lower case. You can use any cases in the statements. So next one, comma used to separate the parameters. So basically parameters are separated by using comma symbol. Okay, so here semicolon is the character which is used to terminate statement. Terminate is nothing but end of the statement. We can use a semicolon. Okay, and the last come to single quote used to write characters. So here in this structured query language, the characters are comes in single quotes. Okay, these are the rules when we are going to write some statements in the structured query language. So in the next video, we discuss about the further topics regarding this structured query language. Thanks for watching.